job, baby. Come on, who wants to go and have some breakfast?
Me.
Good morning, everyone. Was a little bit of John Mayer. We always love to start the day with a bit of positive music. I just think it's so, it's so underrated. We've done it almost every morning since we moved to America, and I don't know if it's a little bit of John Mayer or a little bit of banana pancakes or a little bit of the beautiful sunshine out the window. It just makes the morning so much brighter. Anyway, good morning, guys. Today I thought that we could film a bit of a morning routine. I'm gonna be honest, our mornings are very just cash, very laid back. The kids kind of rule the roost. It is 7:30. We're up. We are not dressed. Saint is having his breakfast.
We're doing the breakfast rounds.
We're doing the breakfast rounds at the moment.
We only have about 2 breakfasts in this house as well. We have
Saint always. Ever since he was started to eat proper food, he's always kind of had 2 rounds of breakfast. Has anybody else's toddler the same? I wake up and want cereal, Cheerios, just just an appetizer.
Yeah, a bit of a refreshment.
Like a warm up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants his proper food.
Yeah. Then Saint just joins in with whatever Romeo has. Romeo, let's play football together. Come on. Romeo Redvers. You want to dance with me? Oh, kick. Good job. Good job. Oh my goodness. Kick. Oh wow.
A little tiny ball. Oh, Daddy, let's play football.
Oh, we can all play football together. You can't get the ball off me.
My football.
Yeah, good one. Whoa. Pass. Now we swap ends and you go down that side. Ready? Big kick. Nice. Again. What? And again. Woohoo! You would have saw with the last vlog, the Father's Day vlog, you would have seen that Elle surprised me with my dream coffee maker. Now in America, they do things slightly different. Now we have grounded coffee. Grounded? Ground coffee, my apologies. And it makes the coffee taste so much nicer. And we're actually tasting a new ground coffee I picked up from the shops yesterday. Let me show you. I saw this coffee on TikTok and apparently it's the strongest coffee you could possibly buy. So I'm looking forward to it.
Why would you want that?
To give me energy, Eddie. I am a coffee person. I cannot function without a little coffee in the morning.
The opposite. There's nothing worse than the taste of coffee. It could be I've not slept in 5 years. I still wouldn't drink coffee just because I cannot get over the taste of it. I've tried my fair share of times. Iced coffee, I've added loads of syrups to it. I'm just always going to be a tea girly. You guys know that about me.
Oh, it just smells sensational. I mean, if you want, Ellie, we can move to Australia, find a little hut on the side of a beach and do a smoothie and coffee shop.
Isn't that just a dream come true? Honestly, there are too many lifestyles for me. Yeah, could have beens that just there's not enough time for in this short life.
There is, Ellie. Let's just change life every 3 or 4 years. We're doing the American one at the moment. Now, next we'll go into the surfer Australian lifestyle. A few different options. We're going for a nice little 10-ounce classic this morning. Oh, sorry, the drip stop is on. My bad. There we go. And then you just watch the magic happen. Any second now. What a sound. Well, the rest of the fam. Oh my gosh, you've eaten all of that bread already?
Mommy.
Wow, darling, you're such a wonderful eater. Romeo, can you say Oh, you want the actual big biscuit, do you? Oh, good job. Good dipping it in the tea. Oh, well done. It is crazy to me how quickly my kids are growing up. We're in the stages of planning Saint's 3rd birthday party, which for a while... Here you go, I'll dip it for you. There you go. I didn't know if we were really going to do one because obviously, you know, we moved to America like just over 3 months ago. I had no idea what we'd be doing if we did do one. But we are really fortunate in the sense that we have made such a good little bunch of friends out here. And literally, like, Saint is so into birthdays this year. I don't know if it's because obviously he's turning 3, so he's got a lot more understanding than previous years, or we had Romeo's birthday in May and we had Connor's birthday. Excuse me, in June. He's put together a little birthday list with me and like told me names of friends that he wants to come to a little birthday party, and they're a really, really good soft plays. This is an interesting fact. Before we moved to America, someone said to me a huge like business that America is missing is like the idea of soft play. Like, I feel like the UK does soft play really, really well. So when we came over, we were like, they love soft play, so like, what are we gonna do? But there are so many good soft plays here. Like, I might just live in an area where soft plays are really good, but I'm thinking of either doing something like that, because there are like character appearances that you can get in them, and I just think it would be like Saint's idea of heaven. So either thinking of doing something like that, or finally doing our garden up and having people over here and like getting some furniture. So I don't know, that's on my to-do list to plan this week. Like we mentioned in the last vlog as well, we have loads of summer plans that we need to finally like pull together. Epic road trip, East Coast, do Florida, Charleston, Georgia, RTA, that whole strip. Like, I'm so excited. Romeo, this is the eyes in the back of the head stage. It's really fun. And then I'm also wanting to plan another road trip for fall time, as they say out here, autumn time. I really want to do like Maine. I have, like, honestly, so many like traveling inspo is just going around my head at the moment. But anyway, Romeo is ready to go down for his nap. What are you guys doing? I don't know if you'll be able to hear me very well, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I've got the shower running. It takes a little while to warm up actually, so just quickly, as you can see, my hair is greasy. Today's like the first day that it's quite greasy. Usually I'd obviously wash it, but I'm still very much on my hair health journey. I feel like I'm such a broken record at this point. Loads of you recently have literally been sending me the sweetest messages saying that my hair looks like much better and in like much nicer condition. It looks like it's grown loads, and I'm still like not anywhere I want to be. Like, I literally want to have like long hair. It's gonna take a really like years to do, but I'm actually trying to train my hair so that it can go a little bit further. At the moment it can go about 4 days without being washed. What I've learned in my hair health journey is the less you touch it, the less you mess around with it, the better it is for your hair. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna just slick my hair back in a bun, and I'm gonna use hair syrup mint condition. It's the first time I've used this one. I love their products though. This is a pre-wash oil treatment, so I'm literally just gonna go through my scalp and then the ends of my hair and basically just have this in all day. Fit in a bun. I'm not doing much today, I'm just like literally doing work bits, so I don't need to like get glam or like have my hair properly done or anything like that. Oh, this one smells really nice and minty. Honestly, these like hair treatment things, doesn't have to be hair syrup, but like any hair mask, I think they've made such a world of difference. I have this brush from Rehab and I just really work that into my root. Kind of stimulates the hair follicles. Just put some on the ends of my hair too. I'm actually having my hair done on Friday for the first time since moving to America, and I can't wait. Good to go. Oh my god, guys, I literally feel like I have found the most amazing, perfect clean girl scent in my life. Like, I've never smelled a concoction like this before. So obviously I'm using the mint condition. That gives off, like when I was in the shower, I don't know if maybe like the heat of the water was like, what's the word, like exaggerating the scent. Oh my god, it was just smelling incredible. And the perfume I've got on today is the Bubble Bath by Replica. Literally, these two together, oh my god. I'm in this light because I feel like this light is always a much nicer light to get ready in because there's not really much natural light in our bathroom. But then whenever I go and sit over by the window to do my makeup, it's like bright sunlight, so then it doesn't work. So let's see how we get on with this little setup. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really doing much today. I'm just gonna be doing lots of admin work and editing and things like that. So I'm not gonna go wild with my makeup today. In fact, I'm probably only gonna do my skin and maybe my brows because they're really the only things that like I need to put together. The L'Oreal Paris Lumi Glotion, Fenty Beauty We're Even concealer, and then just literally the Refined Brow Tint. I'm just one of those girls that like, if I am gonna have like a beauty treatment, really like a necessity for me is my brows. Because my brows are just like quite fair naturally. I feel that if I don't have them done, especially after like so many years of having them done, I just feel like it's harder to put makeup on, like it's harder to feel like fresh. I don't know, do you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm getting my hair done on Friday, so I might try and squeeze in a few other beauty appointments too. Let me know if you want to see a vlog of that because I've had a few requests for it. One thing I will say about beauty treatments and stuff out here, so much more expensive, especially when you add like an average of like a 20% tip on top of the services. So I called up this salon, I was just inquiring, and they were like, oh yeah, you know, like tell us a little bit about what you want done. It was obviously just like, you know, just like a, I think I'm gonna go for like a half head, I don't know what they call it over here, but like just like a colour and cut. Quoted $400. And then when you add like a 20% tip on top of that, it's like nearly $500 to get my hair done. Sorry, I just ain't used to paying that for my hair. Do you know what I mean? I remember when I first came here as well and I went to the nail salon for the first time and it was literally like nearly $200 to get my nails done for like a mani-pedi. I think I just went to a really expensive nail shop for that because ever since I've been going to somewhere where it's $35 for like shellac, which when you compare that to like pound, I think it works out at like a very similar price to what I was paying before in the UK. But yeah, like just so wild. I saw a TikTok of one girl that I follow who is also a Brit living in the US, but she lives in California, and she was like, it's literally cheaper for me to get a plane ticket home back to the UK and like have my hair done in the UK than it is for me to genuinely like get my hair done in California. So in case anybody's wondering why we didn't move straight to California, that's the reason. Like obviously rent prices out there and just so much higher, but also just general like cost of living. If you think like being quoted like $400 to get my hair done in Texas, in California it's like way more than that. This is a dangerous game using my camera viewfinder to literally do my eyebrows. Sorry, what do I actually think I'm doing? Anyway, so I think now we're going to quickly take Herbie and Hecky out for a walk. Because it gets so hot here, we always try to do this relatively early in the morning. If we don't manage to get it done by like 10, Connor just ends up taking them out, or I end up taking them out after the kids have gone to bed in the evening, like post 7 p.m. It's just too hot to take them anytime in between that. So first of all, I'm going to do some tidying, and then we're going to go and grab maybe some pastries and go and do that, and have some breakfast too.
Headlights on the highway, if you only knew. Being back here always makes me think of you. When the world is sleeping, do you think of me? With the road ahead's coming back again, coming back to me, yeah. I remember the long drives, the late nights in your car. I remember it all.
Your hair's too tight around your head.
But no, but I'm too lazy to change it, so.
Do you know what that reminds me of? When you had your hair transplant and your head was swollen.
I'm gonna have to get another one soon.
Oh, that is absolutely hilarious, guys. I'm gonna put a picture in. If you were here for the hair transplant days, let me know. I think that was. Yeah, obviously, Con. That photo is never leaving
I know,
my.
I do have it, but I can't find it anywhere.
Oh.
It's not on my phone. I don't think you can. I think it's gone. I may have deleted that accidentally. Why is it that tight?
don't know. There we go. Oh my god, guys, we were just getting so excited and
What airline did we fly on? To come out to the US. American Airlines?
why are you asking that?
To book your flights, honey.
Your girlie is going back to the UK.
London for a
Girly holiday.
She's going to a wedding to get drunk and see all of her
Friends.
Dad is stuck with the kids.
No, you have the Carters out here.
I'm
you'll be
gonna have
fine.
fun with the kids. I'll tell you what, me and the Carters might go to California.
You won't. You aren't. Like, you only do that to upset me.
No, trust me, we're gonna do something.
Because you're so jealous that I get a little mini
we're gonna do
vacay.
something to make you jealous.
Kid free. Yeah, guys, it's true what he says. I am booking my flights to go back to the UK just for around a week or so in August for my friend Laura's wedding. It's been her hen do recently, and I was literally so sad because I would have gone, but it literally was like a whole day to get there, and then for it just being a weekend, Laura was like, I'd much rather you come to the wedding. So yeah, I'm excited. I feel like weird about it because it's only going to be me going back. Like, Connor and the kids aren't coming. We decided if we're going to be taking the kids back to the UK, that we'll be in the UK for like an absolute bare minimum of 2 weeks, didn't we? Just because with the flight and the time difference and stuff. Understandably, Laura isn't having kids at her wedding, and it would just be like a whole faff with dogs and childcare and stuff like that. So Con's going to be solo dadding it for a while.
And I'm looking forward to it.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, Elle, you get like an 8-hour flight of just chilling.
I can't wait.
Trust me, you're getting economy. Could upgrade you, but
What with your points?
I got so many points.
Oh.
Is that how many points I've got?
Oh, Connor, look at you. You're literally so
joking.
dramatic. Anything, if you guys are going to be like friends with Connor, you have to understand his sense of humour. Like, he literally like, I don't even know how to describe your sense of humour. Like, he'll just do stuff like that, and I'll be like, really? Like, he'll be joking, but he makes it sound like it's truth. I don't, like, what is that, like sarcasm? Is that sarcasm?
That's British style humour.
Oh, Connor, look at you, thinking you have a label, like a
It's the
special
truth.
label. So yeah, so that'll be fun. And I'm excited for it, and I've already got like plans, and I'm just so looking forward to it. I need to find a dress.
For the wedding, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, Con.
18th for next time.
July, August, September, October, November, December. 6 months today until Christmas.
6 months! I need to get your present sorted. For your 30th.
That's next year. He literally nearly made me think, that's what I mean, guys. Like, that's his like sense of humour. Like, he just made me think I was 30 this December, but I'm not. Speaking of Christmas, we were just getting really excited because don't know if you guys, yeah, it's a 9-hour flight. I don't know if you guys do this, but we were just sending each other like we always send each other like reels, because Instagram reels are just hilarious.
They literally pop off so
like
much.
TikTok can be funny, but like Instagram, like people have oh my god, they just make me laugh so much on Instagram reels. It's actually so funny. Anyway, what's the film called? Red One. Have any of you guys seen the movie trailer for that? Because Connor just sent me that on Instagram reels, which is why I was talking about that. It's a new Christmas film with The Rock and Chris Evans coming out, and it's like, I wouldn't call it, it's like an action film. It's not like a traditional Christmas film.
Action comedy.
But it's about saving Father Christmas, and like The Rock and Chris Evans go and have to like save him. Yeah, action comedy. Just love. Do you know what? Those films just are like a vibe in the cinema, aren't they? Like, they're the kind of films you
Like
want to
Daddy's
get.
Home
Like,
vibe.
yeah. Oh, Con.
That was a date once upon a time.
Will
isn't it?
Ferrell is just. Oh, we need a Will Ferrell movie marathon soon.
After you, Mum. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness, get me back in the AC. Texas is so hot.
It's good, Ellie. It's nice to be hot. I'd
I
rather be
feel
hot
like
than
if
cold.
I can conquer like Texas heat, I can literally conquer anything.
Oh, now until England kick off. Let's go! It's coming home. It's coming home. You know what? Everyone wants you to try some coffee. they've been DMing me. This is called a nitro cold brew, so it's really, really smooth.
Is it strong?
It's quite strong, but I've got a sweetener in that, plus it's cold.
I'm just never, ever, ever gonna like it ever in my whole life.
It's not as bad as what I was
Never,
expecting.
ever gonna like it. So what I am gonna try though, some of your almond croissant. Look at this, guys. Connor loves almond croissants, and I've never tried
why
one.
you wouldn't love it.
Connor,
Oh, sorry. I
doing?
That was bad for me, wasn't it? I was trying to cover my face.
Why are you trying to?
So it zooms into the almond. I'm covering everyone. That was so bad. Oh god.
That was awful from you. Oh, wow. What is it in the middle then, Con?
Like a jam, like a. Didn't you give me opportunity to get a picture for?
Oh, sorry. Oh.
If I like worked in like corporate London, I would get a coffee and almond croissant every day to work. That'd be my little thing. Well, but me. But yeah, you're enjoying that. Someone doesn't like almond croissants.
Well, I do now.
You haven't tried one of my almond croissants?
No.
Why?
No.
You just assumed they were too healthy and...
Oh, it's just not chocolate, is it?
One thing I've learnt in life, yeah, the small things are the big things. You know? I'm just sitting here with you having an almond croissant.
Yeah.
They're the big things in life.
I agree. I think I had a horrible dream last night that you died or something. And I woke up and I was like...
Well, do you love me a little bit more today?
Yeah. You know? And like one day, Con, if one of us makes it to 100, these are the days we'll be wishing we could relive. Just a minute sat in the car eating an almond croissant, you know, together. You know,
I hope I can
you
still
know what
remember those days.
Me too.
I'll be like Noah from Notebook. I have to tell you the same story every day.
To finish off our little morning routine today, we kind of left it too late to walk Herbie and Hector. It was too hot, so we're gonna walk them later on tonight, but that would have usually been part of our morning routine. But instead we could sit in the car together and answer some questions.
Have a little chit chat.
I feel like we've been quite frequent with doing the catch-ups and stuff since we moved to America, so it's not going to be a huge catch-up, but just, you know,
Yeah, I mean, everyone
answer
loves
some fun cues.
everyone loves a little gossip, right? So, you know, every morning we have a little gossip, so since you're in our morning routine,
Yeah,
you're
have a
joining
gossip
us.
with us. Okay, seeing as we've already discussed road trips a little bit in this vlog, first question, what are your top 3 American road trip destinations?
I want to do 30A,
which we're doing.
which we're doing.
There are so many
I'm trying to
for me.
this
is
figure
like
out
a
what the top
really
3.
frequent conversation between the two of us, because I both kind of decided over the last couple of months of being here that we don't, it's actually really funny whenever I talk about this online, because like people seem to have it in their minds that we are either staying in America forever, or if we move back home, people like see it as a failure. Like I've had like a few comments like that. I just kind of want to set the record straight a little bit that we don't know what the future holds for Connor and I in terms of whether America is going to be a forever kind of thing or not. That is just
That's
like
another story, and that's also like another if.
It's just not a decision to be made after living somewhere for 3 months. Like it's a huge thing going for like the forever.
Well, is anything forever? Do you know what I mean? We
Well,
could literally
yeah, I
do
just
that.
feel like it's really hard to
we
say
could literally
that.
do this whole become citizens, and then
Yeah.
we could be like, oh, actually, we want to now move to
Yeah.
Australia. Or
It's so hard to say, and it's definitely not like an answer that you can kind of give yourself
Yeah.
after 3 months of being somewhere, especially when you are in our position where you have children.
and especially with us wanting to move about in America so
Yeah.
much. Like, we'll be here for our visa, and then who knows?
Yeah. And if one day we ever do move back to the UK, which is absolutely like something that
Could happen.
we are considering one day, not anytime soon, but it feels weird to me at the moment to like say that we would never live in the UK again. Like that feels strange
Yeah.
and not quite right to me. But also I have no, like leaving the US doesn't feel right to me either at the moment, and I feel like it's because we've not done what we quite came here to do just yet, which we could never do in 3 months. But like you know, the amount of like traveling and exploring and fun we want to have, like really these are the years we have left with our kids before they get to a school age where we don't have that option anymore. And wherever we decide to like really settle down and put them into school, because when they do get to school age, that is something like we want to have stability, and we don't want to then take them out of school to move to America, for example. I think just until then, like we are really just seeing these years as like our final freedom years with our kids, and like to make memories that they might not be able to remember, but we definitely will. Who knows what the future holds. But if one day we do ever move back to the UK, I would just like, it's laughable to me that some people would see that as like a failure, because what's there to have failed on? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly,
what is there to have failed on?
It's just like moving. So like say we moved to Manchester for 2 years and now we want to come back. It's the same.
It doesn't mean that things didn't work out. Like maybe some things just have a purpose in some sense, and when you fulfill your purpose with something, it's not the same thing, but it's a bit like if you have a relationship and then the relationship comes to an end, it doesn't mean necessarily that relationship was a failure. There are like lessons and experiences that you can take from that relationship. But us like moving to America, it's never been
it was never to
cross a finish
to like
line.
find a forever home. It's more to
live an experience,
the experience
and be here while we can
give us.
So yeah,
because that's what life's about. It's about experience and stuff, and you never have losses, you just have lessons.
And I think with that knowledge, we really are seeing this time in America as like a huge travel opportunity. So when the question comes up of like where are some places that you want to visit in America, it's honestly like an open-ended answer, because there are just so many places. Christmas trips we want to take, we have ideas on. Autumn trips we want to take, we have ideas on. Summer, like everything, like just basically
road trips
anywhere in America, and we would love to visit.
We want an RV. Hawaii.
There are certain trips as well that
Mexico, not even in America.
One thing we would really love to do is take the kids camping in Yosemite and like go and visit there, and we've done that before, but I just think like with the boys it would just be just like holiday of a lifetime, honestly. But I feel that's not really a holiday that they would like appreciate and like remember
now.
Until they're much older, so that's one to come back to. But I definitely agree that like 30A looks incredible. Hawaii, I'm desperate to do Hawaii. I'm also desperate to do an autumn road trip.
South Carolina.
New England, Boston, Maine, Vermont, Woodstock area, which is just like ultimate like Gilmore Girls vibe. So I'm desperate. Sorry guys, the
Texas sun got a bit hot for the camera.
It turned off.
So the camera turned off, so we found some
shade. Life's busy for you right now, but do you plan to bring back growing and glowing? I get so many of these questions, which really makes me feel so happy and so grateful for the community that I actually do have on here, because growing and glowing for me is such a different platform. It's such different content to what I put out on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and things like that. It's a side to me that I think I like for the podcast, I kind of really like bared all with a lot of my inner dialogue and parts to my personality. Sometimes with being on the internet and having done this for so many years, there is like such a fear sometimes, it can kind of like creep over you to be vulnerable. Like that's really scary sometimes as an online creator. There was something about the podcast that just like really removed that curtain, and it was just really, really, really nice, and I absolutely loved it. So the fact that so many of you felt so connected to me through the podcast really like means more than I can say. But I would absolutely love nothing more than to bring back the podcast. I was actually just talking to Connor about this the other day, that like I don't feel like I really have the time at the moment, because not even just like on my day-to-day like calendar and schedule, in order to be like producing the content that I want to produce. As if you do creative work, you will totally know what I mean when I say that sometimes it's not about just like showing up and getting the work done. A lot of the time it is that. But if you want to feel like truly fulfilled and inspired through your own work, you have to be able to tap in to a creative mindset. And at the moment, I just don't really have the ability to do that. I have to be able to like, I know it sounds really silly, but like go on a long walk by myself and like really tap into these like deep thoughts that I'm having.
You need to get into the zone of it.
The nature of life at the moment. And actually there was another really good question that I wanted to answer from a lovely girl called Tori, who said, thoughts on balancing mum life with your career. And I think this just really links into it, because if you have kids, I think you'll really get what I mean when I say that sometimes life is just about the seasons, and you have to just to really like
just allow that to be your season. I feel like if you try and like not avoid the season, but
we'll just try and do too much.
Try and do too much, then it will just throw you off completely. You need to just use that season for what it's there for.
Yeah, I think just it's all about embracing where you are. Like at the moment, the reality of my life is that
we're parents, Els.
We are parents.
We're young
really,
kids.
really little children.
Zane's still only
you
2.
know, like we're so needed right now, and the reality of our life that we have chosen, so it's not even like I'm trying to say this to be like old, like sad, blah blah blah. We have chosen a path of life at the moment where we don't have any support around us. We don't have a village that so many people and families with children have. Path that we've chosen
that, and we're happy with it, but it just means that the podcasting may take a backseat.
Yeah,
and work.
But like, if you are somewhere and you don't have that, I know it's a real privilege to be able to go out and, you know, just choose to have childcare if that's something that you desire. But I would say that has been a real key aspect in like trying to balance as much as I can of motherhood and career. A lot of the time though, it is, as we were just saying, about embracing the season of motherhood. Do you know what, right now, I know it feels like it's a million years away, that idea of like, you know, feeling so fulfilled through like thriving at my job and being as like creative and inspired as I really want to be, and like having all the time in the world to do this and this and this, like sounds like so desirable sometimes, but I know there will be a season in life where eventually it's just all gonna come anyway, and then it's gonna be in that time where I'm like, you know, looking at mums walking with babies in their pram and thinking, oh, like I miss those days. And
I don't think there is a perfect.
There isn't. I feel like you're always going to feel like
or
something is lacking.
Yeah, there's no perfect equation, and I feel like they both interchange.
Yeah.
On a daily basis, it's about showing up. It's not about having the perfect balance. It's about just showing up and doing your best every day. Whether that's one day, it's more work focused or more parent focused.
Yeah. On the whole, like in general, I'm never going to feel like I'm able to give myself 100% to motherhood unless I'm spending every single minute of every single day with them, and in that time I'm in a wonderful mood and we're doing really lovely activities together, and I'm also never going to feel like I'm giving 100% to work unless I, to be honest, I'm never with my kids, because I can't tap into the version of me that needs to work. This, I don't know if I speak for all mums or all parents when I say this, but like who I am as a mum and who I am at work are two that, for me, I just find it really, really, really difficult to like intertwine the two. The mum in me is like so desperate to just be a mum 24/7, don't care, like just want to be with my kids all the time. But then the Elle in me that isn't a mum and that existed for many, many, many years before I gave birth to Zane, she is a woman that is fulfilled through my job and like through a career and having a sense of purpose in life and building towards something, and like the amount of happiness and fulfillment and joy that I get from working, that is a part to me that I can't give my 100% to that if I'm being 100% mum, because they require different versions of me.
You can't be 100% in one or the other.
Yeah.
When you have both, it is a balance, and you need to understand that there is both, and you just have to work on it. Like
the best advice I can kind of give to that is I've only been a mum for just coming up to 3 years this summer, so it's not like I have like this huge breadth of knowledge, and I'm sure like 50-year-old me with 25-year-old sons is gonna like have, you know, so much more knowledge and like hacks and stuff. But through the couple of years that I've been in my motherhood era, the advice I try to give myself when it all feels a little bit overwhelming and like I can't stretch myself thin enough is that the best I can do is acknowledge what cup I need to fill more, and when that cup does need filling, I dedicate myself to that for that day. So if there's a day that loads and loads of stuff I have going on needs to be seen to. I have loads of work on my plate. I'm very, very lucky in the sense that I have a wonderful husband who is the best dad I could ever have asked for our kids, who they love so much. No, I'm really lucky that in the sense that I have the option to be like, I got to do that at the moment. I have to do it. But then in the days where, you know, my motherhood cup needs to be filled, all the boys need me, and obviously the boys come before absolutely anything else, then I really let go and release any like expectation I've set on myself for work for that day, even if it means tidying the house, which isn't even work, it's just like another thing on the to-do list. But it's like, no, I am mum today and that's it. And so what I found is putting my all into that, and like that is my one thing on the to-do list, is just to be a mum today, take them to the park, make them laugh,
and to surrender to that as well.
Yeah, just surrendering to that. That is the balance that I've found. But it's definitely more of like a date, even hour by hour sometimes, morning or afternoon type kind of thing. That's where the balance lies. It's not like, you know, a set amount of days a week I'm doing this, and then a set amount of days a week I'm doing that, and then that's it. I've got my balance, because life throws curveballs at you, and some days I need to be mum 7 days a week. Sometimes I need to be working Ellie more than I would like to be working Ellie. I think it's just assessing it by situation. But in general, taking it back to the start of this answer, in general at the moment my life is definitely more motherhood, and that's just something I'm just never going to be mad about, because
that's the season you're in.
It's the season I'm in, and I have to embrace it. And of course there are moments where I'm like, oh, you know, it would be really nice to, I don't know,
do
like
an extra video, do a podcast,
or, you know, spend more time with my friends, like when we lived in the UK, like spend more time, like go on a girls' holiday, or like, I don't know, but just really acknowledging that I have time to be her again, and I have time to do that again. I saw a quote the other day that was like, I'm not going to do it justice because I can't remember exactly how it went, but it was basically like the beauty and the pain at the same time of motherhood is like how much you're needed, because how much you're needed is so beautiful and like just gorgeous, and wouldn't change it. But also there is a pain that comes with being that needed, and that pain is like letting go of the individual that you were pre-motherhood, and that's it's hard. It's a process. It's absolutely a process. And yeah, it's just wild. I could talk about this for days and days and days. Just remember that, you know, you deserve support. You deserve help. You definitely deserve time to like tap back into the woman that you are, and that you were for so many years before you had a baby. In a similar sense, if you find, you know, so much fulfillment through motherhood, you deserve that time to be a mum, instead of, you know, pouring too much, or what you might feel is too much, into your career or other parts of your life.
Could have done a podcast on that.
I could have done a podcast on that. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll be the first one back. I'll save all of that and just put it into a podcast episode. Okay, let's just do one or two more. What's your favourite thing about Romeo and Saint that they do at the moment?
Romeo's got a few. Well, Saint has a few as well. Romeo, but yesterday he's playing football a lot.
Yeah,
Really
Romeo's actually was so cute.
And he really is into it. Like he'll just play by himself. Also, his laugh when we like kiss his neck.
Yeah.
And he proper laughs. And
these
his
are all
little
of mine
dance.
too. Oh yeah, his dancing. We put on Shoop Dalu, and it's both of their favourite songs to dance to. It's
And
so
Romeo
cute.
just like
bops his knees
up and down. And then Saint,
I love like the little American accent he's kind of getting a bit.
every few words. Well, every now and again he'll just come out with a water.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was literally hilarious. The other day we were sat at the dinner table, and I was like, "Do you want some water?" He was like, "Sure." I like water. Connor and I looked at each other like.
Just play fighting. He's into play fighting
Yeah.
at the moment.
Saint loves calling me beautiful at the moment, which obviously is just like.
Big hit in our
Oh,
household.
just. He loves to play with my hair at bedtime. He's like, "Can I play with your hair because your hair looks really beautiful?" I'm like, absolutely.
That is a tactic that all toddlers do to
I
not
know,
go to
but
sleep.
it works on me.
Of course it does.
Yeah. Okay, the final question. Here we go, Con. I'm going to let you answer this one. Rosie asked, dying to know what your plans are for a future brand. And what is it basically? She was like, clothes, podcast, book.
No, we've got a brand in the works.
Well, I
guys.
said on my story, so I feel like if you know about this, then you are like on it, because I literally put up one story,
Months ago, wasn't it?
maybe like February, I think it would have been saying that we were having a really exciting meeting that day because we were starting a brand.
That's the short of it, to be honest. We have been working on a brand for a few months. It's something that me and Elle's both really thrive, is the creative outlet that a brand offers, and bringing something to the table that guys in the world get to touch and feel and be a part of. So we're not going to give too many details on what the brand is and what it's going to be about, but just know we are working on something pretty exciting, pretty cool, and it's going to be groundbreaking.
I just think, like, obviously we had Angel Collection, and there's just been, like, ever since we decided to shut that door,
there's been a little hole missing.
There's just been a little hole there missing for both of us. For us, Angel Collection was absolutely, this actually links back to what I was saying earlier about, like, nothing ever being considered a failure to me, because it's just always like a season of a moment in time, and there are so many successes to have taken from it. And I know that there'll be, like, haters out there that are like, oh, but you decided to shut down Angel Collection, blah, blah, blah. Like, to me, it's like Angel Collection was just such a wonderful wonderful moment of success for us, and I will never ever see it as anything but that. Like,
it was
loved,
great, wasn't it?
Loved
we really
Angel so much.
We enjoyed every aspect of it, from top to bottom, from creating the brands,
just all
creating the clothes, being part
every single
of the team, the
thing.
photo shoots,
building a community within the brand, like
and like you said, it wasn't a failure shutting it, because it was
its natural. I know that some people might not agree with me with this, but in my opinion, and I had a lot of people around me telling me not to close Angel's doors. The reason we decided to end the business was because, in my opinion, it felt like the natural timing to end it. And years on now, I am so thankful to myself and to Connor for having made that decision when we made that decision, because otherwise this new brand wouldn't be being born, and the new brand, it just feels right, doesn't it? It feels right for now. Like, we wouldn't have had the time if we still had Angel. We wouldn't have had the time to do a new brand. Like, we would have just continued down the Angel route, and it would have been probably so much fun and, like, brilliant. But I just am such a firm believer that every single thing in life happens for a reason. And when I look forward to our future, I can't imagine my life without this brand that we're creating in it, and for you guys, hopefully, in your life too. And I just, I'm just so excited about it. And I know I've not mentioned anything. I've been kept very quiet on that since I did that story, because I just wanted to, like, I'm so excited. Like, I couldn't not have told you guys, and I'm honestly, like, I can't wait to be sharing so much more on this. But it's definitely, like, a go. We want to when we share it, we want you to be like, you could really just immerse yourself in the brand, the story, the messaging, and from that point onwards be part of the brand, rather than just give you little leaks here and there, and then sort of it's never really there until a certain point. Although we do get moments where we're like, oh, should we just tell everyone, and see but also just, like, have you guys in on the processing. Like, you know, we're at a kind of stage at the moment where outside kind of opinions would be really, really helpful to us, and so there have been a lot of times where I've been like, shall we just share this with them? So if you guys want us to share it before, if it let us know below in the comments. If there's loads of comments saying you want to be part of the process, and you want us to bring you along with it in little sections of creating it, let us know, and we'll see if that can be done. I don't think it would take much persuading for me to, like, share. Maybe we should just create, like, a little broadcast channel. Maybe. Leave a comment if you want to know before we actually launch it, and you want to be involved on, like... But it's so exciting. Like, honestly, you know, I just think one door closes and another door opens, always in life. No matter what you think, like, is gonna happen, just, like, keep believing. Do you know what I mean? Just, like, you can just, like, you deserve it all, you know? What's meant for you won't pass you by. Exactly that. Anyway, we are gonna love you and leave you today. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed our little felt really good to catch up at the end. See you on Sunday. See you on Sunday for Sunday's fun vlog. Love you guys. Have a great day. Love ya. Bye.